Let's get started with this episode.
Let's forget which line I'm raising, which I haven't.
My God, but it's clean intro is that. This episode is split in three parts. The first part is, of course, the keys themselves, how you put them in, of course, where you put them in, and how they end up, and well, what the magic is. This last part is that one, how we follow, like that the keys are put in the right order, because you can put in key 3 first and then key 1. Key 1, and how only if all of them are lit get it to fire off. And of course, the third part, all random bits and bobs. Okay, let's begin with the episode. Firstly, the first part of the lock is this. This is basically an item sorter. You have here in the item you want to sort. This is actually basically the most basic form of a lock you can have in Minecraft. You have here in the lock enough so that so many items so that you trigger certain weapon strength. You put it always onto the maximum. Like you push here into this block, a pair of strength, it pushes onto this redstone, this one, and this redstone. The output here, the torch has a certain strength, has a certain redstone strength, and so when this is high enough, it puts it off, so it gets through here, and you name the item however you name it, or whatever item. So now you can use it with whatever item you want. This lock. This is just how to block. Maybe you want, but lock is not the episode for you then. So let's continue. Okay, I can put it here. It is here spit out with a clock, just a redstone clock, and a pretty long route because you're not supposed to run it in. Then it goes to here. And when you have here the compare output, puts into this thing. This is the put hopper and browser. There's not more than one in here. I think I was planning to go like to put the following one below this thing, but that didn't work. So it hasn't worked yet. Maybe this is following the part of the upgraded design, but not yet. I will do that. Secondly, it will go into this yellow line. The yellow line will go up and up and up. Until we choose the second hopper. What does it here by the hopper? It is cancels this hopper. Do anything. So this hopper doesn't get any items when any items are in here. When this lock is not filled in. So this lock cannot be opened without that lock. Neither can this lock be opened without those two locks. Like can I lock with those locks? But that's weird. It works. Not that difficult. You haven't sort of forced nothing to go in here. This is the dispenser moves through at high speed, and this is the fire output is into the thing that puts the signal on, and that's basically to AND gates. And that's where and we need all the keys so you can go off directly. You can go into infinity when you always do these extra. So you lock the next one if you want that or not. How do that? But what you do is build an AND gate. An AND gate basically works like this. You have two redstone torches on top. When these are on, it puts one of the torches on, but if one of the torches on, this thing is on. It's basically just an OR gate. Your gate is so when both are off and both are not an OR gate. When the OR gate doesn't signal anything, this one goes on. And it gets an output into above here, into this place. To here. This is the final AND gate output. You have 3 AND gates in total. AND gates for the first 2 and second 2. Combine 2 different signals, making the final AND gate, uniting those 2 different signals here. And that's basically the most important piece of the key. In the last part, we will go over the random bits and bobs that are clear and log out. The lock works, we need to have 2 more functions explained that are on here. Maybe more great functions, but this is the 2. We have a locket function. Well, that's really simple. You push the button, you can write the signal down to each place. Here you have the comparator. The comparator, of course, the barrel that outputs, and now it moves a hopper in place that now goes run out when the signal is off. The hopper runs back. It's not possible in Java, only with Kotlin, not that bit better design. You could do it with moving the hopper, just locking the hopper, but that's not part of this design. So yeah, you could change that or install Kotlin in Java because you can use mods, but it will now log out when I retrieve everything that's in here. It will move it. It hoppers around into here into this barrel, and then here we're done. They are logged out, and then the door closes again. So you can do it likely from the inside to the outside with this lever. That's the first step. The second thing is also pretty important. It's a clear function. So let's say I put in some stacks of the wrong item. I put in some labs. Let's do the 4 red labs in the box. No names. They are gonna be wrong, and they're gonna be stuck in the system somewhere. And presumably, like here, they're gonna be stuck in the system. That makes them a problem. This thing is also stuck in the system. That means that they are now all fully system. They are not in the right place. But well, what if there are 5 stacks in each hopper? For example, this hopper above here, this hopper only takes the right key, with the right name also. So this thing, 64 now. But what if this was fully filled? Let's say this one, and this one, and this one. Nothing could go through it. So for that, now they're all filled with one thing, but for that we have the clear function. I push the clear function. These hoppers move in place and you get a hopper shrine to this barrel from each of the 4 different points. If I push this left blue lane, we see eventually that it will go into here. Now you get block for block for block. Eventually here you will get the 4 blocks. And there must be some for the person who goes in only can retrieve it so that you can see or she who's going to use it, what we've tried, or so if it is really important that it's like not broken into, they can look which codes have been used to try to break into it. For example, if you have forbidden like that, you can't break into it or destroy anything. That's just the random tick moving, like which is moving in there. It's really important. They saw this, but like that is an extra function added. I need you to, when we power it, the hopper's going in. And it's really great to have a 2-block large toggle here. You push this button, it switches the cobalt state, so I pushes and it goes on, the shift state. It here has a comparator, measures it, and the redstone signal is an output. And so that gives it to all these hopper systems that push it down to here. This one scans all this, so it scans the doors fast, so that's important. That's a little bit like, but that was the system, and thank you for watching. Up next time. Comment down below, I maybe could improve it.